Hi everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I have some new molds to try out. I just got them in the mail, a day apart actually, but they're from the same company. I'm also going to put another ounce in Shauna's hands, and today I'm going to put in some purple alcohol ink and some ocean white. So I'll add another ounce into there. But Into Resin sent me some handmade molds to try. I'm so excited. So they sent me 3 of them. I'm going to do 2 today. I also got Happy Mail from Barbara Valenti again, and it was also Into Resin molds, the handmade molds. So she sent me 2 of them, and these are the 2 that Barbara sent me. Look at that turtle. It is so sparkly. And this flower. So I'm definitely going to try these out today. But they sent me 3 of them. This one is a scallop, I think. I can't remember. It's been so long since they asked, but I'm pretty sure this is a scallop shell. So we're going to pour that one today for sure. And look at this one. It is a huge dog print that is all crystal. Of course, I have glitter on it already. I've already taken it out of the packaging, so you didn't have to hear all that scrunching of the plastic. And I wanted to check them out. And of course it came with instructions, which are the same instructions that I give. Don't touch the inner portion of their silicone with your hands that are ungloved. You know, clean it with tape, the same thing. You got to be very careful with this kind of silicone. It's not the same as that stuff we get from Amazon or Temu. So this one is huge. This one is probably 5 inches. We'll see when it's done. Yeah, it's about 5 by 5. So I'm coming up with a plan to see how that might look really cool. And then I have one more, but I'm not going to pour this today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. This is huge. And this is a big bowl with a bunch of crystal facets all over it. So I know they are well known for all these shiny molds that they're doing. And this one has like a little hole in the bottom, which is fine. That's just a way of saving extra silicone and making it lighter for us to handle. So I'm super excited. So those are the 3 that I got, and these 2. So let me come up with a little bit of a plan and mix up some resin, and then we'll get started. I think I've got a plan put together. And before I mix my 2 resins together, I just poured out the last drops of the epoxy resin in this container. I was like, uh-oh, I don't know if I have enough. I want like 7 ounces. I literally had 3.5 ounces of each one. So I put them in separate cups to make sure I had the right amount before I put them together. So when I was realizing before I put them together and start mixing it, I think on this one, I'm going to use this like iridescent nail powder. I'm going to brush it on the mold, and I'm also going to mix it into the resin before I pour this one. So that's why I stopped what I was doing over there. This one here, I'm going to fill up just the inner portion of the paw with some black resin I'll mix up. When that's cured, I'm going to pour another color on the back. I haven't figured out what color. This turtle here is going to be a transparent blue, azure blue. And this one here is going to be magenta, which is a pink. So I'm going to keep these clear because I want to see how pretty they sparkle. And the back coat will probably be transparent. I'm just not sure what color I'm going to do. So I'm going to flip these over so I don't get any powder in here. And this one is, oops, see? That's why I flip them over. Get that off my glove. I'm just going to paint this one on the best that I could because I'm not exactly sure what I'm working with here. And I don't even know how well this stuff takes it. I'm assuming it takes it just like any other mold, but getting in there is the question. I don't really know what I'm painting at this point because I haven't poured this one yet. But I'm just assuming I will get all of these little nooks and crannies. And then if this is the scallop that I think it is, I'm going to try to do something to the inside of it once I demold it. Bling it up somehow, some way. I know that scallops don't have pearls in them, but I don't know. We'll see if I put some pearls in here. So I didn't want my mixed resin sitting around waiting for me to do this in case I ran into an issue that I had to fix. So don't mix your resin until you are completely and utterly ready to use it. So this epoxy resin, even though it does have a long working time, 40 to 50 minutes, the directions say, but sitting in a 7-ounce cup will probably cut that time down because it's going to heat up faster when it's in a cup. I think I got it. So I'm thinking if I mix this powder into my actual resin, it'll help as well. I don't want to back this one in black. Oh, I got some powder on the back of my mold. See, that would have been in my dog mold if I would have didn't flip it over. All right, well, I'm just hoping I got it all because I cannot tell. I can't see the edges very well. This mold is like a two-tone color, so I can't really tell on that green portion if I got it or not. So we're just going to say, yes, I got it. Let me just wipe this off, move this out of the way, get me cleaned up here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and mix up some resin and we can start distributing it where it needs to go. All right, I got 7 ounces mixed up. I'm gonna kind of split it all up to where I want it. And other than these 2 little cups, I'm gonna run it all through the vacuum chamber at the same time. So I just want a 1/2 ounce each for the hand mold. And that should be down to 6. That's about 5.5. So, and then I want 2 ounces, I think. I'm just guessing. 2 ounces for that. So that would be about 3.5. I don't think it's gonna take that much, to be honest with you. I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of extra. I think this turtle is gonna take about less than an ounce. The flour for sure less than an ounce. But we'll do an ounce for the turtle. And you guys know, I'm just gonna do extras with the rest. Do about a 1/2 ounce for the flour, which definitely is way too much. And this I will do black for, I don't need to pull bubbles out of the black or these 2. So let me get everything else mixed up. Don't need that cup. Okay. So for the hands, we're going to do purple alcohol ink and some ocean white pigment paste. Get a little bit of white back into the hands. These two don't need to go through the vacuum chamber. They'll be fine. And they'll probably mix together at the 2 ends where they meet. And then the white. So these hand molds are almost ready to unmold. She did want her son's date of birth and date of death somehow on there. So I gotta figure that out. I don't know if it will work in the palms, which is where she wants it. So we have to figure out if I could do that or not. Otherwise, I'm thinking maybe on the back. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's do this purplish powder. I will run this one through. Even though it's mica powder, you could still get micro bubbles, and they made me mad the last time. I don't remember what I made, but I didn't like them on there. I think it was that little book mold. So I'm running my mica powders through the vacuum chamber now before I use them. So that should be pretty. I mean, you shouldn't really see this one because we've already painted the mold, but I'm just taking a precaution. Let me shut this up before. Okay, let's do, this one is for the little turtle. I'm just gonna make him transparent, just a couple drops. I don't want him to be too blue. This definitely is going through the vacuum chamber. Anything that's transparent should go through if you have one. Do 2 more drops. That looks pretty good. We'll do that one. And magenta for the flower. Oh yeah, a lot of you have been asking where my friends are. And trust me, they're not staying away because of that other video I made. I don't even know if they saw the comments on those videos, so I do want to make that note. But Maria's gone for a month, but she should be back next week. And Debbie had company in. So when you live in Florida, all your company likes to stay with you because it's a place to stay without buying a hotel room. So Debbie's had some family in, and I think they just left. So she is coming back this week, although you probably won't see the video this week because I won't be done with it. But they are coming back. Don is coming back. He's not hiding from you. It's just really hot outside. And he works outside, like our business, our normal everyday job that we go to. So we do home inspections, and he's up in attics and on roofs all day long. So when I'm doing resin late at night, he is too tired. He just gets beat up. It's been 95 degrees here. It's really hot. So he hasn't been in the mood to play in my resin room, but he's definitely coming back. He knows you're waiting. They all know you're waiting, so I've been on my own for a little while. But it's going to change very soon. So you'll probably see Debbie first, as I'm still waiting for Maria to come back home. Alright, so let me get all the ones I want in the vacuum chamber in there, and then we will start pouring. So those of you who are new to the vacuum chamber, if you've bought it, if you put your resin in these little paper cups, there's air in these cups. You just have to give yourself a time frame, and they're still gonna bubble. They're never gonna run out of bubbles in a paper cup. So if you have plastic cups, those are the best because then they will stop bubbling. So when they're in paper cups, I'll leave it in there for like 3 minutes and just shut it off no matter what it looks like, and the bubbles will all go away. So let's pour the hand mold first. I'm going to do a little in each corner and then pour the white in the opposite corners. We'll set that aside to cure. And when I do get to this portion, I am going to put that same silver holographic glitter on it because I'm afraid that ledge you could see through. And I don't want to see through it. I don't want to see the color behind it that gets poured that day. So we're almost to that point. Scrape it all out. Okay, let me wipe my stick. Move this out of the way. Okay. Got so much going on here today. All right, so let's do the smallest one, which is this little thing. So I hope I can get it down up in those little cracks and crevices. I don't spray alcohol in these. I wouldn't do that actually if I was you, because you can ruin this silicone. This is a lot more like easy to ruin. It's more fragile than your normal everyday silicone you get from Temu. So I'm just gonna see how you open it up. There's nothing down in there. I'm just gonna kind of work it in there before I fill it up. Maybe if I get a dotting tool or something, maybe that'll work. I just want it down in these holes. I'm excited to see this one unmolded because I don't know what to expect. I haven't seen this one poured. Of course, I'm going to have a ton left over. So I think I'm just going to like poke it down in everything because this one's got a lot of very thin crevices to get in. And you don't want bubbles in all those little parts. All right, so I'm just gonna set it down and finish pouring. Of course, make extras. You know I am like the queen of extras. Work these bubbles out of this one. This one is tricky. If you have this mold and you've used it, tell me what your tips are, because I think I'll be using this on a lot of extras. Can make a keychain out of this, I bet. I'm on like this keychain kick lately. I just think they look so cool. I don't know if you guys are even using them that I'm mailing them to with the orders, but if you don't want them, give them to somebody. Look at all the bubbles that are popping up out of there. There's a bunch of bubbles coming up. I'm just gonna let them surface. See, they're surfacing. I'll move this out of the way. Let's do, I'm gonna pop them with some alcohol on the top of it. That looks pretty good. All right, oh, gosh, I almost want to spray this with alcohol, but I'm not going to. Like if this was my silicone, which is the same silicone, I probably would because I can make it again, but I'm just going to behave, try it without spraying. So I'm gonna pour it and tap it and jiggle it because I want everything to be coated. There's so many facets in this one. I don't want any bubbles. See that bubble that came up on that pink one? Right there. Oh, I over poured it too. I'm gonna have to get some out. Look at, I see bubbles in there. Look at that. That's why I like alcohol, but I don't want to ruin this brand new mold. Let's pour some more, and I will have extra blue. So this one probably takes a ½ ounce. That one about a ¼ ounce. Fluid ounce, not weight. I don't weigh my resin. I'm just gonna put it into all these portions. Grab some alcohol, spray the top. This one, I think, take a little more. Wow, it took more than I expected. This one here, I'm going to pull a little bit out. Not a lot. Because I see these edges right here are flowing over, so I don't know if the edge is like uneven or if it's over poured. Okay, I have extra blue. Let's pour the shell. And this one, the same thing. I'm gonna tap it around and jiggle it around, and once I pour a mold, I'll kind of know what to expect for the next time. But on the first time, who knows? I don't even remember what this one looks like. Oh gosh, I hope I have enough. If I don't, oh my gosh, I'm short. I don't have any more clear resin. Well, that was stupid. Oh no. So this takes more than 2 ounces. I wonder if I put that, I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna put that nail powder in here. I don't wanna waste this resin, and it's the closest color. So let's see what happens. I'm just gonna put some of my powder in the pink. It'll mix together. So it'll be a little darker than I expected. And now I just added bubbles to this, but oh well. I think I'll poke my stick down to make sure it kind of mixes together. I did not think this would take more than 2 ounces. See, I'm wrong. I hope I didn't mess up all the powder. I almost need more, but maybe if I scrape all this out. Okay, I'll have enough. Exactly enough. So this is about 2.5 ounces, this mold. Okay. Whew. That won't be so bad. Okay, well those 2 are gone. Don't need to worry about extras for the pink. I'm going to spray the tops of these. I have surface bubbles bubbling. Wipe this one off. A little over poured. Okay, let me move this stuff out of the way and we will pour the paw print is next. Let me just move this. Those look super clear. I just kind of spilled the turtle one. All right, let's do this one. This one I cannot wait to see unmolded. All right, I'm just going to put a little bit in the bottom of each paw print. Whoop, that's enough. Oh, look at what I did. That's what I didn't want to do. It drizzled itself. I don't know that my idea is going to work. I don't want it anywhere except where I put it. It seems to be coming off. And I know you're not supposed to be wiping it like this, so don't do what I'm doing. But I have alcohol on here, so hopefully it'll come off. I think I'm gonna put this resin in a paper cup so I could squeeze my cup and pour. I'm just gonna transfer it over to here because I can't squeeze this cup. I guess if it cured, I would be able to like pull it out. I didn't think about that. Let's try not to make a mistake. Okay, let me move this up. All right, let's do a little bit in this one. Now I have to do about the same amount because that other one is a little more than I wanted. No, just did it again. Maybe I'll grab a little brush, like a micro brush. Get that out. Oh man. All right, now this time I'm gonna be ready with my finger to wipe it. There you go, that's how you should do it. Not the first way. Now for this one. All right, I definitely have extra black. Let me find something to do with the extras, and as soon as this is cured, we will pour the back coat. Since I have black extra, I'm taking the same nail powder and I'm going to put it in my shark tooth mold. I'm going to pour the black on it just to see what happens compared to the pink that we poured into that one. So it's the same thing, just a different backing. So a little bit of an experiment, even though this doesn't hold a lot, but I figured this is a good way to figure out these nail powders and what it would look like. We might have like a pink tooth, but that's okay. We'll make a keychain out of it, and a girl will probably want it. All my other shark tooth keychains sold already so fast. I think I got it all. We'll find out because there'll be black spots on it if I didn't get it all. Let me just check these edges. I really shouldn't be doing it over this, but you can't see if I don't. All right, so there's another bonus mold for you today. Let me see what else I can come up with the rest of it. I'm gonna have more. All right, let me see what else I could do. What I'm gonna do, I have this jalapeno mold that I made. I haven't actually made it on a video yet, but I've had the mold here forever. I'm going to pour my extras in it for a little while. So this is not getting demolded today. I will unmold this and maybe do a giveaway with it if it looks halfway decent. I don't know if I could jazz it up or anything when it's poured, but if not, we're gonna have a colorful. Oh, I'm not gonna pour black on that though. I was gonna pour this in there too, but I'm not gonna do that because it's just gonna mix together and all be black. So let me find something else to do with that. I just mixed up 8 more ounces. This time I'm using my casting resin because this one is a little deeper than normal, so I don't want anything chances to be taken, and you can pour this one pretty deep. So some of the extras, I added gold sparkle dust to my black, and I made this pendant, and then 3 magnets for a change. So this is a rose and 2 flowers. So I just threw E6000 and some magnets on the back of those. So those are the extras so far. So to my 8 ounces, draining my paddle here, I am going to add acrylic ink in Burnt Umber, which is a brown. But I want it transparent, so I'm not going to add that much. I'm just going to shake it up real good and add a couple drops at a time, because I don't use this often, so I really don't know how many drops to add. So that was 3 drops. Let's see what 3 drops does. Hopefully it doesn't go too far. So I want a little brown paw. And that's going to be too light. So I'd rather be light than too dark or all at once. And then I think I'm going to split this in half and run it through my vacuum chamber since I'm stirring in so many bubbles. Let's put a couple more drops in. 3 more drops. So the reason I split it in half is because a lot of people comment, why don't you just put it in your mold and throw it in the vacuum chamber? Well, you can't do that because it will boil over. You need the resin halfway up whatever container it's going to be in, because the other half is going to be taken up by the foam. You guys see it. I put it on my channel all the time. So that's why I split it in half. So I want 50% empty in no matter what container I'm using before I throw it in the vacuum chamber. This looks really clear on the stick. Let me see what it looks like on a paper towel. Yeah, it looks really, really clear, but I'm going to put a few more drops in. That's 9 drops so far. I think that'll be it then. Because it will be a little deep. You will see the brown. You're not going to see it clear, but it won't be this dark either, so. I'm going to finish getting this mixed up, throw it through the chamber, and then we'll pour. Let's pour it in. The hard part is going to be waiting. I have no idea how much this takes. I didn't measure this one with water. I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of extras because this was only half of it and it's almost full. Oh my gosh. What am I going to do with all my extras? I'll put some in this jalapeno mold since it's brown. Oh goodness. That's it. That's all I have. 2.5 ounces left. So, yeah, I'm gonna pour some in here. We'll just do a nice little layer of brown. And I'll find something else to do with it. So, just gonna squirt the top. Hopefully I will have 0 bubbles in these things. And see you guys on demold. Remember all that eyeshadow that Barbara mailed me? And I said I'm going to try it in resin. Here's one of them. I think I'm going to scrape this brown one into a little cup since my resin's already brown. And let me find something to scrape it with. I'm going to see how it does in a mold. So I'm just going to bust off a little bit in there. You probably didn't see that, but here it is, right there at the bottom. I'm just going to pour a little resin in there and try to mix it before I add it to this whole thing. I got my Oreo cookie mold out, and we will make a little Oreo cookie keychain if I can get this to tinted nicely with this eyeshadow. Sometimes eyeshadows have a lot of oil in them and they don't work nicely. Oh, this one might work nicely. It mixed up really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some more brown in. I don't know how much this takes, maybe ½ ounce. Let's see if that's enough eyeshadow. Oh, I'm gonna have so many colors to play around with if this works good. I have a ton. If you saw the video the other day, she sent me a ton of eyeshadows. Ooh, yeah, let's try it. Here, I'll put it up here for you guys. I'm gonna squirt this one with alcohol. Yeah, I mixed up too much. Squish it around. I wonder if this is a handmade mold. It feels like it would be. I don't know. She said she got some of the molds she gave me from Into Resin. Do they sell this one? I didn't know you were allowed to copy something that's copyrighted like Oreo cookies, but somebody did. All right, that's cool. So let me find something to do with this. It's that time that everybody waits for. So let's show you the extras first. I have 2 pendants. So I took, this was the one with the eyeshadow. This was the brown, and I took my acrylic ink in gold, this one here, and I dripped it into the brown and it turned that color. So that was kind of nice that it took the brown away and I got some gold out of it. So I made 2 pendants, a whole bunch of earrings with a new earring mold I received. Well, this is an old earring mold, but this earring mold is new. That was cute. So I top coat everything in UV resin. I use this one. I also use the high viscosity one. I use high viscosity for thin stuff like this so it doesn't come off the edges, but that's the resin I use. It just kind of finishes. It's personal preference. You don't have to do it, but I think it gives it a nice, shiny, rounded top coat. And then I have this pair of earrings and this pair of earrings, all from that same mold. Oh, little thing on the side. Okay, so all those, and then the Oreo keychain. This was with the eyeshadow in it, and then 2 keychains, one of each color. And these were cute little charms that I just got in the mail, so I threw them on the keychains. Since they were keychains, I thought they would go well. So we got a brown one and a gold one. So those are today's extras. Now, this was an extra too, so let's unmold this one. This was that powder with black backing. Let's see what it looks like. Well, it's purple. I do need to put a UV resin coat on there to shine it up. I'll do that right now, so give me just a second. While I've got that curing, let's get this one out because I may be making a keychain out of this one. We'll see how it looks. This one is a very intricate design. Oh, it's a 3D, so I'm missing part of this petal right here. However, it's really pretty. It's very sparkly. I'm missing part of that petal, so maybe I won't make a keychain out of this one. The center came out nice and the sparkle came out nice, so now that I know what to look for, I'm going to have to stick a little stick in there, all those little spots, to get down in there, because yeah, that's a really tight spot. So other than that, if I would have done it right, it would have made a really pretty keychain, 3D keychain. So let's check the turtle, because that over there is still finishing. I don't see one bubble in my resin. Wow, that is gorgeous. What do you think of the color? It's dark blue when you have something behind it. If you have white behind it, there's your blue. That is really cute, really, really cute. Thank you so much for these molds. I absolutely love them. Now, let's get this one out. I do not know what I'm going to learn on this one. But let's figure it out together. It's a really soft mold. And I don't know. It probably would have been shiny if I didn't paint that powder on. But look at that. That's really pretty. Oh, look, they put a pearl in. Okay, so it's gonna go this way. So this needs to be trimmed up as the back. So they already put a pearl in. Maybe I'll paint it white. Put a few things inside. I don't know. Let me think about that one. But that is this one. Let me check the inside. I don't think it's that shiny of a mold, to be honest with you. So I think this is the shine that we get. And it looks really pretty with that powder in it. What do you think? All right, last but not least, and then I will get these finished up and see what I can do with them. You hear that? Oh, this one's gonna be cute. I hope. Ready? I don't see any bubbles in there. Oh, check that out. I wasn't sure about the black shining, but the black shines. Oh, I love that. You could do so many things. What do you think? I think it's so pretty. I should do another one in just alcohol ink and see what it looks like without the pigment. But you now know that the pigment paste will shine in that. And it came out really clean. Super happy about that. One tiny bit of black right there. That's loose though. So yeah. Look at that. I do need to trim off. It almost looks like it's the top of a jar, because there's a pretty big ledge there. I don't think it's the top of a jar. I do have a bubble right there and a bubble right there. But this could almost be the ledge on it. Looks like it would fit into a jar. So I'm not sure. That would be cool if it was a jar and I just didn't get the bottom piece, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to look online. I will link all these for you. So these are so cool. Give me just a few minutes. Let me finish up a couple things, see what I could do, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm done fiddling around. You wanna see what I came up with? Okay, so for the turtle, I made him into a little keychain. I put a little turtle charm on him. So somebody will end up with a keychain from me with this beautiful, gorgeous turtle. And the shark tooth went to the dentist and had to have a filling replaced. So she shined up his tooth really, really good, but she left his, like, the root the way it was because it was just fine. But the filling needed to be something blingy. So this is what she did. So I shined up the tooth part and I left this part dull because I think that was fitting for a tooth. And I lined it with some cavities that were filled with some rhinestones. Stuck a little anchor on. And there is the shark's tooth for today. And then for this guy, I lined him with gold and I blinged out the little pearl on the inside. At first I colored it with gold and I'm like, I could do better than that. So I took my liquid fusion glue, some of my tiniest little rhinestones that I had, and I put that in there. Well, guys, I had a full packed episode. I hope you enjoyed it because I don't think tomorrow's is going to be just as packed. I have that other mold to do for you tomorrow. So I hope you come back. We'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll have extras. So let me get you some final pictures. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.